Bruce Lee was more than just a martial artist. He was a revolutionary thinker who redefined how combat and self-expression were perceived. At the core of his philosophy was the belief that every individual must discover and master their own unique fighting style. This approach transcended rigid traditions and embraced personal creativity, adaptability, and self-awareness. Breaking free from tradition in his early years, Bruce Lee trained in Wing Chun, a Chinese martial art that laid the foundation for his skills. However, as he expanded his horizons, he began to see limitations in sticking solely to one style. He found that traditional martial arts often focused on fixed forms and techniques, which didn't always translate to real-life combat scenarios. Lee famously said, "I do not believe in styles anymore. I don't believe that there is such a thing as the Chinese way of fighting or the Japanese way of fighting." This statement reflected his desire to break free from the constraints of tradition and explore a more practical, individualized approach to martial arts. The birth of Jeet Kune Do. Lee's journey toward mastering his own fighting style culminated in the creation of Jeet Kune Do, the way of the intercepting fist. Unlike traditional martial arts, Jeet Kune Do was not a fixed system, but a philosophy of combat that emphasized adaptability, efficiency, and personal expression. Jeet Kune Do encouraged practitioners to absorb what is useful, take techniques and concepts from any martial art or discipline that are practical and effective, discard what is not, eliminate unnecessary movements or techniques that don't work for the individual, add what is uniquely your own, customize techniques to fit your body type, strengths, and preferences. This approach empowered martial artists to develop a style that was not bound by tradition, but shaped by their own experiences and abilities. The importance of self-discovery. Lee believed that mastering one's fighting style required deep self-awareness. He viewed martial arts as a means of self-expression, where the goal was not just to defeat an opponent, but to discover one's true self. He often said, ultimately, martial art means honestly expressing yourself. To achieve this, Lee emphasized the importance of knowing your strengths and weaknesses. Understanding your physical and mental capabilities is the first step to building a personalized style. Continuous learning. Lee was a lifelong student who explored boxing, fencing, wrestling, and various martial arts to enhance his understanding of combat. Adapting to situations. Just as water adapts to the shape of its container, a martial artist should adapt their style to different opponents and environments. The role of training and discipline. Mastering a unique fighting style doesn't come without rigorous training. Lee's training regimen was as innovative as his philosophy. He incorporated